Hi, my name is Tara Faulkner. I'm from Ireland and I am one of the builders and co-founders of Cattown. I grew up in Donegal, which is it's a very rural part of the country. Grew up on a farm. My dad's actually a farmer, and originally he started in the milk industry in the 90s, but it actually became unprofitable and became monopolized pretty much. One thing I did have was a very loving family and a very strong sense of community, which is something that I see in crypto, that it is so community focused. For me, I've always been drawn to technology. Because I grew up in a rural area, there was no kids my age, so I kind of had to entertain myself. I got a computer and I was messing about with MS Paint and all those sorts of things. I really started to gravitate towards visual design in a digital space because I just thought, well, it just seemed like the perfect amalgamation to bridge traditional and digital together. Got into crypto in 2020 with my now fiancé and also co-founder in Cattown. So I started with small amounts of trading to then gradually go up. And then I found myself in between jobs. And at that time, my fiancé, he had left his job in traditional finance to go into trading. And at that point, we wanted to work together. We just decided, you know what, we'll give ourselves 3 months. 3 months, see what happens. We just started building. We just came up with the concept. We registered cat.town. Cattown is an on-chain game being built on Base where you take on the persona of a cat. We wanted to create a game that we would all play. I am a big fan of cozy life simulation games like Harvest Moon and all these kind of ones where you can put yourself in the character and you can grow things, talk to people, form relationships. And that's something that we want to encompass in Cattown. By playing Cattown, you can earn our native token, Kibble. Kibble is an ERC20 token that is completely tradable. So we have weekly fishing competitions where you can enter in with a small amount of Kibble. That Kibble then gets split into the prize pool. It also gets put into our revenue share, which goes back to other players in the system, because that's ultimately what we want, is to build a game that returns value back to the players and back to the community. We've donated about $30,000 over the last year towards charities globally across the world, including Cats Protection, and then also relief for Philippine typhoons. We have actually had people who have won the money on the fishing leaderboard, and they have taken that and actually donated it to animal charities. They've gone out, taken that kibble, bought actual food for animals and donated it. And I think what I want Cattown to be is a project that ultimately puts some good out into the world and inspires goodness in the world as well. Building on Base for us was just kind of a bit of a no-brainer, to be honest, because there's so many strong projects and so many strong communities that are building on Base at the moment, and you can just see that it's just getting stronger with new projects emerging, and Base is trying to demystify the crypto community and try to humanize it a bit more. The possibilities that I want for Cattown are endless, but I want it to be a globally recognized brand. My advice to people who are thinking about building on Base is to just start. There are incredible tools, there are documentation, and the community support that you'll receive from Base, it's there. You will not get turned away if you're looking for help. So I think the first thing you have to do is recognize what it is that you want to do, find what the constraints are, and then push past them and just do it. I think the only real constraint with this is kind of yourself. Hi, I'm Tara, one of the co-founders of Cattown, and we're building on Base.